Welcome back once again, my people, to another edition of the Reggae Boyz Weekly, joined by the man himself, Mikel Arteta. Recently dropped points to Everton in what was a mediocre game. I would say it's not terroristic football as troops would call it. You know what I'm saying? Lead judges went as far as to say he would have shoot up some people from Arsenal, which obviously I disagree with. Some bit of some extreme comments from the Arsenal fan base, a bit reactionary. But Arteta, how are you doing?
I'm going, bro. Stop. A long time stop make Arsenal mash up my idea and my time, fam. I mash up phone for Arsenal already, Yeah, that will never happen again. So, yeah, bro. I'm go on still.
Yeah, my mash up phone for digital already still. Put on credit and when them take them credit, but I'm fling that now, brother. I say, yo, dog, a date I'm ready for put on the brother. I never know some more man them. Never remember some more man them and fling now. Them time they have a look wow, brother. Yes, and it was a big mistake. I say, yo, say have a look 1 and 2 game and brother, so I'm bored after that, brother. Sherman, stop, big up yourself. Yeah, man, Sherman say, what Sherman comment say? One done, big up, one done from Clarendon people. As you join, just go ahead and smash up that like button, hit that subscribe button as well, and leave your thoughts in the comment section as we go along. We have some very interesting things in which we would like to discuss today. President of the Jamaica Football Federation, Michael Ricketts, coming out and providing some crucial updates about the Reggae Boyz team. Also, we're going to talk about Craig Butler and his ongoing issue as he's currently beefing with Pheonix players, going as far as to expose ghetto players from the Pheonix Football Academy. And, some people might say that the word ghetto is a bit too strong, but really and truly, people, these are majority of these players that are in the Pheonix Academy, they're not from uptown communities. These are individuals from the what I would say, or what many Jamaicans would say, the ghetto community. And Craig Butler did kind of make some comments about them, in which for me it was not digestible. We're also going to talk about Inter Miami and the possibility of them facing off against Cavalier in the Concacaf Champions Cup in March next year. March next year.
March 3rd.
Yeah, so that's a big thing. Well, they have to beat, first of all, they have to beat Kansas City, and then they'll have they'll face off against Cavalier. So that will be a big thing. Enough people are saying you're missing out further Jamaica, in which I personally disagree with those comments. We have some people in the comment section. Richie Robinson, big up yourself. Richie, say you're a United fan, just like myself.
Bams not tuning in, man. Bams was a long time we change up. Long time.
So weird person I got talk. Yeah, man, we talk about JPL up to with you. We all the watch along with the Bam Sports, you see me? We all the watch along. I tell you, we do watch along with Dunbolden versus Waterhouse, and then we do the Mobile United versus Tivoli game, Yeah, man, Richie Robinson, big up yourself. So as you tune in again, people, just go ahead and smash up that like button, hit that subscribe button as well, and leave your thoughts in the comment section as we go along. And before we even get into the topics, I'm just give you guys the intro to the show.
It's time to rise up. Stand and take your place. Rise up. Shine like the sun. Rise up. Your journey has just begun. Rise up. Rise up. Stand like a brave. Rule your destiny. Be the best that you can be. We know we start from the bottom and we reach right over the top. No matter where you do, you know, say that we can't stop. We stand up and salute down to the yellow, the green, the black. And make them know.
All right, people. Yeah, so just replying to Bam Sports. He never used to watch it like that, but me, I make him watch it, you see me? So, hey man, we have to start the more content on it. So since we have to start the more content, I have to start watching games. Because there's one thing we always do, I talk about the league itself. And I don't like him talking about it if him not watch it. So, yeah man, from what him start watch it, and I'm going to go watch it more. But yeah, just before heading to the show, people, one thing that I want to do, or I want to ask you guys to do, I have a new campaign on the Gunners YouTube channel that I'm starting. And it's basically something like a film, right? So the first one was posted yesterday. You guys can go and check it out. When 35-year-old Lionel Messi played against Jamaica. I'm going to be having a whole lot more of those type of videos, film type of videos, like basically just showcasing our history, different story patterns, with the Reggae Boyz, there are videos with the actual footballs and the talk me talking like they're edited videos and them take a whole lot of time for do. So it would have good to see if we get the return for it. And eventually I am going to see the return on it. But yeah, man, a very, very good content. So you guys can just go ahead and check out that video after the show. Big up. Go through.
Yeah. Oh, Balaker, big up yourself. And to Brian as well. I tell you some watch the Tivoli game versus Mobile. Quality game, like the number 7 for Tivoli. You get me? I say, boy, but I just can't forget that tackle there in the Dunbolden game where the man give a rugby tackle in a penalty box there, brother. I say backside. Yo, man, take him out, you know, people. Now the Tivoli versus no, not the Waterhouse versus Dunbolden game. And it was a good skill from the Waterhouse player as well. You get me? I say, I did the Waterhouse game, don't?
Yeah, double touch. And then Bygrave go miss my penalty, brother.
Yeah, Bygrave people like Bygrave had a that's the average game, not a game there. Yeah, that's the average game.
Oh, Bygrave?
Yeah, another game.
Yeah, dog. Bro, that's the thing with Bygrave. Bygrave need 5, 6, 7 chances before him score one. So I don't know when I never not expect. But the thing is, why you kick the penalty the weaker foot? You are not that guy. You get a penalty, just kick the up to now it's still bun, you know. You get your penalty, just kick the penalty the stronger foot because you are not that guy. The man kick the penalty with the weaker foot and roll the ball and keeper hand, brother. We end up winning at the end of the day, but still, bro. Don't bother do that again, Bygrave.
Yeah. Was a very unconvincing penalty kick, and even the commentator said after that, you know, he's not right-footed, so why take it with his right foot? But leading up to the penalty, it was a great skill by the Waterhouse player, great display by the Waterhouse player to get past 1, 2, 3 players, and then the Dunbolden defender just came across, wiping him out in what we would say it's a NFL style tackle. You know the way that I think the player got mixed up on the day. Thought he was playing NFL on the day and not football that we're used to. But some good displays in those 2 games that we covered BAM Sports. So definitely I have to start taking the JPL more. Every now and then normally tune in and so, but now I have to tune in a bit more regular since the course I'm watch the game. Duckland, big up yourself. Duckland no easy, you know, man. Mario Morgan, big up yourself. Monday, big up yourself, Mario Morgan. Richie Robinson said, KC witnessed a good season Kingston College. Yeah, realized that Kingston College I wipe up everything, people. What? Olivia Shield. Was it Olivia Shield? Olivia Shield.
Yeah.
Manning Cup. I think under 16 or under 14 won a trophy as well, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, KC have a good program. Duckland said Bygrave has scored goals with both feet in the JPL.
I've scored goals with both feet as a defender. Nothing wrong with that. Obviously, you can use both feet as a professional footballer. But at the end of the day, you kick a penalty, just kick with a stronger foot. What is take a Santi Cazorla? You're not a Santi Cazorla, so I don't want to see you step up and take no penalty the weaker foot, brother. Take the penalty the stronger foot. That's what I see. About big ups.
One thing I'm kind of want to ask the viewers and ask you as well. We in what December now? Reggae Boyz now play till March again. Who you think has been the player of the year for the Reggae Boyz so far?
All right, I'm going to give you my player of the year. However, that no means
it cannot be the goalkeeper. It can't be Blake as well. It have to be a
never never say Blake because even Blake never have a good year himself. But what I'm going to say is, I'm going to give you a player, but the player I'm going to give you, that no means he was great. It just means that the Reggae Boyz are absolute crap this year. The entire year we were absolute shit crap, and he was the best above the pile. So I'm going to give it to Cephas. The reason why, from USA, Nations League, all the way down to the end part of the year, the last game against United States, he has been the only type of driving force or positive thing where anytime we have been crap, which is most of the times, the people always can say, bring on Cephas, call for Cephas because he has been influential. When him come on, him will run at them, he will give us something different, he will create 1 or 2 chances. Goals will come from the chances that he created, him score a couple himself, assist 1. So, yeah, and for me to nominate Cephas, it pains me because we have so many other players who should be stepping up that are not. So, yeah, for me, it can't go to nobody else other than Cephas this year. Film Clubby has also been doing or stepping up and improving. So, yeah, bro, I have to give Cephas a player of the year. However, that no means as something good because the whole of them was crap.
Yeah, I agree. Before me did even ask this question, I did ask myself the question, and I was saying Cephas as well, people, because Antonio never do much. Bless up to Michael Antonio as well, and his road to recovery. Nicholson never really do nothing much. Last year Nicholson had a better year, especially with that Canada game. Bailey was absent for the most part, only came back in the last international window. So for me, I think as Cephas, he had limited minutes, but his impact was definitely felt whenever he came on the pitch, especially off the bench. And as I said, for his club as well, Ankara Gucci has been performing in the last couple games. So I would definitely say Cephas for me. And I think if there was any other player that would be close for me, I think I would say Latibodier as well to an extent. I think Latibodier could be up there as well. He has had consistent performances, right? So I'm gonna definitely put Latibodier up there. But Dukan said Demarai Gray. But earlier this year, what did Demarai Gray do? If you can remember him, did he do anything special?
No, brother. That's why I can't give to him. Him done it off with 2 goals to make people forget. Because people easy for forgetting that them remember the closest thing to what just happened. But Gray was poor throughout Nations League earlier, poor throughout Copa America, poor. And even Andre Blake, I see him make some goals going where he never normally make happen. And if for the standard where he set for himself, we have to judge him based off that. So yeah, bro, I don't see nobody else in that team who deserve it. Latibodier was a headache for watch every time I go national stadium because I can't pass the ball forward.
Somebody said Ethan Pinnock. So somebody said Ethan Pinnock. Neil goes and said Ethan Pinnock, and him say Cephas would be most improved. I think it wouldn't be bad if Pinnock would be the player of the year for the Reggae Boyz team. Cephas would definitely get the most improved player, definitely. Who you would say is the flop of the year for this team?
Nobody in a flop still. I don't really see enough flop. The whole team flop.
I never really performed good. Well, yeah, the whole team never performed.
No, point out the individual, brother. The whole of them was crap.
Well, actually, nothing can single out nobody. Everybody did crap to a certain extent. You get me? I say. But yeah, so we could get into the topics, people. So first of all, I could start off with JFF Michael Ricketts, the president of the Jamaica Football Federation, recently did an interview with the Jamaica Gleaner, and the headline for this article is 2024 a successful year for the JFF, says Ricketts. As the Jamaica Football Federation turns its attention to upcoming assignments next year, President Michael Ricketts has hailed the 2024 calendar year as a major success for local football's governing body. Speaking in a press conference yesterday, Ricketts stated the federation has overseen several major achievements both on and off the field of play. He highlighted the success that the JFF has seen with its various national teams throughout the year. The Reggae Boyz won their first international medal since 2017 when they took home a historic bronze medal in the Concacaf Nations League, while the girls won their first home game since 2022 when they defeated South Africa twice in a pair of friendlies at the Montego Bay Sports Complex. The under-14 boys also achieved a major milestone, winning gold in the Caribbean Football Union CFU under-14 Boys Challenge Series. Michael Ricketts went on to state, and I quote, "I just want to briefly look at some of our achievements." Ricketts said, "Our senior men's team would have earned their first medal of the Nations League since 2017. Of course, we were third, and no secret that we were the first Caribbean team to achieve such a feat. Of course, we just concluded our girls, that is, just concluded their series against South Africa with 2 games in Montego Bay. We won the first game, the most impressive one, 3-0, and the second game 3-2. So the overall score for this series was 6-2, he continued. Ricketts also praised the achievements of Reggae Girls captain and the country's all-time leading goal scorer, Khadija Bonishaw, who had placed 15th in France Football Ballon d'Or rankings. We must recognize the achievement of Khadija Shah, who was 15th in the Women's Ballon d'Or. This speaks volumes for a homegrown talent," he remarked. Jamaica's footballing success were not just limited to the national teams. However, as Ricketts acknowledged, Jamaica Premier League clubs Cavalier FC and Arnett Gardens FC, who had won the Concacaf Caribbean Cup and the CFU Caribbean Club Shield respectively, And as we all know, people, Cavalier recently beat Cibao in the Concacaf Caribbean Cup. Ricketts also stated, I have to make special mention of two of our local clubs, Cavalier and Arnett Gardens. They would have certainly become household names across the Caribbean. Arnett won the Club Shield and Cavalier the Concacaf Caribbean Cup, Ricketts said as he praised the two clubs. This is no ordinary achievement, and we must say huge congratulations to Arnett Gardens and, of course, to Cavalier. JFF General Secretary Dennis Strong also stated the JFF had overseen a positive financial year as they look to strengthen their reputation in the public's eye. The JFF continues to maintain a relevant and up-to-date tax compliance certificate, and that is not something that many companies can say they have, Strong stated. On the financial side, the JFF reported a surplus of 105.3 million. This is compared to a deficit of 11.4 million the same time last year. What it means for us is that we are working on reducing our negative equity position, which is very important for us. He added, I think that as we change the image more positively of the JFF, when people don't see you owing money all over the place, then more people will come on board. The JFF leader said they are looking towards maintaining the upward trend in 2025, which will bring more opportunities for Jamaica's football community. And with that being said, people, I think what Dennis Strong and Mr. Michael Ricketts had to say, I think I'm in full agreement with them. I think this was a good article as well. The only thing I'll disagree with, or I really see eye to eye with, I don't see it as an accomplishment as to the girls beating South Africa. I don't really know the point. I mean, it's not a big deal, it's just a friendly. But in terms of other operations across this year, recently Cavalier winning the Caribbean Cup, Club Shield to Arnett Gardens, Reggae Boyz finishing third in the Concacaf Nations League, and we could have beaten the United States of America if not for an own goal. I think all in all, it was a positive year for the JFF, and I think more so in terms of the image of the Jamaica Football Federation as well. I think it was a positive year. What do you have to say about that? You might be muted.
Oh yeah. For the federation, you can look at it like that. I don't know, bro. It's so sad. But yeah, according to the article, everything with them said them do, they actually did do. In all aspects, as you say, with cutting the deficit, the marketing strategies that they were using, it turned up this year. We saw more people in the stadium. And I think I have to give them props for that as well, getting more people into the stadium, because I don't think it has to do with, normally a players really have to pull people in at the stadium. Like when Leon Bailey did come, stadium full. When Ravel did come, if there was a chance for the stadium to full at the time, the stadium would have full for Ravel because he would have knew, right? But this time around, whenever I listen to new players like that, and yet still managed to pull a crowd, which would just tell me that it came down to JFF's marketing and not actually a player's pull. So you have to give them props for that. However, the coaches and the team did not perform. So them kind of let down not only the fans, but also the federation for all of the hard work that them put in. So, yeah, fam, those are my thoughts, to be honest. Yeah, them have an okay year. Be better next year. That's the main thing. In any industry that you're in, be better. Aim to be better. 1% better every month. That's a 12% better at the end of the year. And once you look at that 12% better, it's going to be tremendous. So that's all I need to be focusing on. Keeping the same values, being consistent, getting 1% better every month, every day, and you're going to see the returns the following year. So, yeah, man, big up on yourself, Jamaica Football Federation. Just make sure you don't decline and just be better.
Yeah. Look, what do you think about that? For me personally, people, listen, we went into the Concacaf Nations League game, the semi-final against USA. Really and truly, we should have beaten them if not for that own goal. But it was a positive tournament for Jamaica, especially the back end of last year in terms of us beating Canada to qualify for the semi-final, right? I think we went into the Copa America, well, not for me, but in terms of how I viewed the general or the consensus from a lot of Reggae Boyz fans, I think they went into the Copa America with a huge expectation of making it out the group. And I think that is where the team got a reality check in terms of where Venezuela, Mexico, and what's the next team? Venezuela, Mexico, and what the other team they in the competition in our group?
I remember that.
Ecuador. I think it was Ecuador. So
Yeah.
you know those teams are definitely better than us. So I think we got a reality check in that sense. Fast forward, after that, you know, Jaime Argumson left the job. He was not fired. He left the post. We appointed Steve McLaren. I think he played a total of 6 games. 1-2, drawn 2, and we lost 2 as well. We beat Honduras and Nicaragua. We drew to Cuba at home, 10-man Cuba. We lost to the United States in those 2 home and away games. And I think there was who else did we draw to? Honduras at home as well. So I think the year for the team itself, I think at the start of the year, there was a positive in terms of the game against USA and then finishing 3rd in the Concacaf Nations League, reality check in the Copa America, transition into Steve McLaren. And we kind of ended the year negatively, and not because of results from me, but more so due to a lot of players not being on form since the start of the new season at the club level. You get me? I say a lot of players that played for the national team at the back end of the year, you know, they were not getting a lot of minutes. You know what I'm saying? We had injuries here and there around the team in the recent international windows. So I think in terms of the team itself, the Reggae Boyz, I think it was a good year in terms of us developing a little bit and learning about ourselves in terms of some of the teams that we would have played. You agree with that?
Yeah, fam.
Yeah. Let me take the money comment. Him say Latibadier was played out of position for most of the matches he played for the day, and he saved us for a majority in those matches. RR said Gunners demand them a TFA style award show. 433 presser was nominated. Nobody not even nobody style, man. You know, them been did up on YouTube. I think the first YouTube I must do it at the coach's desk. Yeah, the coaches desk they do it. I think maybe last year or the year before. They give out some awards like Best Gun and them type of thing. As I say. But yeah, so in terms of this article, I think it was a good article. I think Michael Ricketts covered some good points. In terms of the under 14, I think, you know, that's a good achievement for them as well. You know, as I said, in terms of the Reggae Boyz, the senior team, I think it was a mixed year, but we have a lot of positives and negatives to take from the year. Some positives would have been the inclusion of Isaac Caden to an extent. Mason Greenwood is a positive as well in terms of the whole process surrounding him. I think most people now understand that next year will be the year in which he will more than likely join the national team. I think JFF is confident in terms of him playing for the national team next year. The Reggae Girls back on track, getting the senior team back on track, playing 2 games against South Africa. As I said, I don't really see it as an accomplishment. It's just 2 friendly games. But yeah, and we have to big up to Cavalier and Arnett Gardens as well, and more so Cavalier, because they have a huge chance in terms of playing a big team from the MLS, which is Inter Miami, and we all know the players that play for Inter Miami. And listen, people, even if Messi does not play on that day, in terms of the club itself, Inter Miami, I think it would be a good experience for Cavalier club, and I think it sheds a good light on Jamaican football. And today, when Inter Miami, or if Inter Miami plays at that or at the National Stadium, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So we could transition into the Inter Miami thing. So we all know, say Inter Miami will face off against Kansas City in the first round of the Concacaf Champions Cup, right? Now, if they beat Kansas City over 2 legs, they will face off against Cavalier in the round of 16 of the Concacaf Champions Cup. Now, you did a recent video about it, and I think other YouTubers did as well. Enough people are say, yo, Messi now go play upon Jamaica surface, Ray. And I did a video imploring Messi that, listen, you need to play upon the surface. You get me? I say, you kind of want to touch on that in terms of Messi and Inter Miami and the possibility of them coming to Jamaica.
Yeah, bro. At the end of the day, bro, the national stadium pitch is a natural turf. As much as we say the pitch is poor in terms of like the quality of football, allowing the ball to circle upon the pitch, we don't really see a lot of people get injured on the pitch, right? So I think that is the main injury that they use. The main thing that Inter Miami uses when determining whether they want Messi to play upon a pitch or not. The pitch now have a whole lot of, it does not have a record for having a whole lot of injuries, especially serious type of injuries. When last year a player get a serious injury just from playing on the pitch, right? So it's natural grass. Most of the times when Inter Miami stop Messi from playing at a team in the MLS, normally it's because it's an AstroTurf team or them do have natural grass, basically artificial turf, right? With that said, we've seen so many players, top quality players, we are earning a heap of money for them club as well. Pheonix plays on the pitch. Alphonso Davies play upon the pitch. Jonathan David play upon the pitch. These are all stars at them club and very key and important players at all of their clubs respectively. And you know, none of them are pull out because of the pitch, right? So, bro, come on. If Inter Miami plans to take it serious, then Messi will go play. He might not play from the start. He might come on. We've seen that a whole lot of times as well. But even if Messi does not play, me I reach 100% because guess why? You have Sergio Busquets, one of the greatest ever defensive midfielders, Barca product. You have Luis Suarez. You have Jordi Alba. But at the moment, them ticket they drop in a youth. Me I buy a VIP, you know. That me I tell you, brother, because me have to in the dead center, sit down welcome in our box, you know, bro. That me I tell you, bro. Any amount of money, you know, just tell me I'm just drop a check. Because me have to go watch them legends there of the game, brother. It's not every day I go get legends of the game. I forward out here. And the money where you don't normally have to spend for see legends of the game, you have to take plane ticket, go. You have to buy ticket for the game itself, hotel fee for stay, or Airbnb. Right now, only thing you have to worry about have to get to the stadium and pay a ticket price. So, brother, the people them for come out, come support, bro, whether Messi forward or not, because they have whole heap of other legends of the game. We still a play to a respectable level where you can go and see play eye right in front of you. You know, nice you that people see all Suarez bag up a mesh or see all Sergio Busquets mix a man in our midfield. Come on, brother. You have to go watch that game, bro.
Yeah, I'm definitely agree with you. Now, in terms of this article from the Jamaica Gleaner, the headline is Cavalier FC could face Messi's Inter Miami. My bad. Jamaica Premier League and Caribbean Cup champions Cavalier may find themselves up against global football icon Lionel Messi and Inter Miami in the round of 16 of the 2025 Concacaf Champions Cup. However, Inter Miami must first defeat Sporting Kansas City in round 1 to set up the highly anticipated clash. The potential showdown was announced during Tuesday's official draw in Miami, Florida, for the prestigious regional tournament, with CONCACAF President Victor Montagliani in attendance. The draw outlined the paths for the 22 participating clubs. Cavalier, one of 5 preceded teams, will enter the competition in the round of 16. They are slated to face the winner of the Inter Miami Sporting Kansas City matchup, which takes place during round 1 in February 2025. The 2025 Concacaf Champions Cup boasts a stellar lineup of clubs, including 7-time champions Club America, Columbus Crew, LD, not gonna pronounce that, but they're from Costa Rica, and Jamaica's Cavalier. Round 1 will feature 11 matches, with the winners advancing to meet the preceded teams in March 2025. The tournament will progress through the quarterfinals in early April, with the semifinals set for late April and early May. The final will be played on June 1st, 2025. So again, people, it is not confirmed as yet as to if Inter Miami will face off against Cavalier, because they have to play against Kansas City first. However, if they beat Kansas City in 2 legs, then they will face off against Cavalier in March of next year. And the games, one will be played at the National Stadium, and then one will be played away from home, assuming at Inter Miami's ground in Miami, Florida. So for me, you know, as what they kind of say, even if Messi now got there, I think it would be a good thing for Cavalier. But go through upon the thing and then we pick up back after that.
Yeah, people. So we have a good amount of you guys on stream. So just go ahead and like the video. Smash that like button so you can get to more people. And also subscribe. Press up. How much you need for each a certain amount? Because people, we only need 11 more subscribers for each the 3,500 mark. So you guys can just go ahead, smash the subscribe button if you're new. Not only those who are live, but also the people that are going to be watching after the show has ended. just go ahead and smash that subscribe button. We need 11 more subs for 3,500. I think press I want for reach 2,000 mark there as well. Last time I checked him, did need must around 100 plus. So man, and they
I
can
need 55 now.
Yeah, so see, like, I need 55 more subscribers to get to the $2,000 mark, 2,000 subscriber mark. So yeah, even if you're watching on the Gunners channel, just go over 433 Pressers channel, hit the subscribe button, and yeah, that's it. Big up on yourself. If you don't want to send a super chat as well, you guys can feel free to do so. Go through.
All right, I said bad grass, Messi. Bad grass once Messi. Well, you know, in the connections with the RM did point out the fact that Messi he plays in CONMEBOL and he play on some horrible pitches. You know, we've seen the pitches in Bolivia and them places. I remember a game since here where Argentina played Bolivia in Bolivia and the pitch, brother, that where's the national stadium pitch, brother? You get me? I say, and Messi they have to play upon that. Messi Brazil and them team they play down in Bolivia upon them pitch, the brother. You see me? I say, so I think stadium pitch is any worse. You know, real and truly, Messi not bigger than the picture with the national stadium. You know what I mean? And
I think the main thing where people now get it's grass, it's natural grass. You see me? The thing where make Messi not play a whole lot of matches, doing research because of artificial turf. When it's artificial turf, Messi not play. Them don't make him play at all because he's not used to that. And when you play upon artificial turf, you do risk injury, especially if you're not used to it. You see me? So I really that make him not play matches whenever him sit out, apart from injury. So it being natural grass actually are gonna help with. You see me? And the record as well, you don't really see a whole lot of players get injured because of the pitch when we are playing at the national stadium, no matter the competition. Go through.
Yeah, people, listen, man a bad man, but listen, if me know some Messi travel upon the plane, a badness back at that being played at the national stadium. People, you have too much Barcelona fans and Messi fans at Jamaica. You can't just show up at Jamaica and sit down on bench. Mad people, you have to play the game. You see me? Enough Barca fans, you know, in terms of clubs where Jamaican support, it's definitely Arsenal, United, and Barcelona, and you have Real Madrid in the mix, and you have Chelsea, you see me, and you have Liverpool. But you have enough Barca fans, and when you talk about Messi and Ronaldo, you have enough Messi fans at Jamaica. So Messi can't show up at Jamaica and not play a national stadium.
Start a petition.
All if him have to just walk on the pitch. The people them need to see the man on the pitch. You see me? All if in the name sneakers, the people them need to see Messi on the pitch. Just grace yourself on the pitch. You get me? I say you don't have to play the game, but just step foot on the pitch. So people can say just juggle a ball. You see me? I say and take a shot after goal now warm ups or something like that. I said the stadium needs to be sold to Adidas Sports only. I mean, why would Adidas buy the stadium or government only? You know, German said we have 3 months for that match. Can the stadium field be upgraded by then? Doubt it. I know that National Stadium will be going through some renovation starting next year in 2025. I think around that same period as well. So I don't think the pitch will be upgraded from now till March when that game is going to be played, whether it's against Inter Miami or against Kansas City. And we have the Vibes Cartel concert coming up in late December, going into the new year. So yeah. So
the pitch are worse than how it is right now with the concert, brother.
Yeah. See me. Last time a concert was held, the Chris Brown concert, we see how bad that was. You know, we see when champs have them events there, we see how bad the pitch is. You see me, I say. So I'm not think them are going to have no look upgrade right now in terms of the pitch, but in terms of the infrastructure of the stadium, in terms of, you know, seats and lights and all those type of stuff, you know, the upliftment of the stadium, like paint job and so, I know so them are go do them thing. I think them talk about the locker rooms, them are go change out, them they make it a bit more welcoming, them the different type of things. You get me? I say. But yeah, Adidas only by the national stadium. But again, you know, we kind of look forward to the possibility of Inter Miami facing off against Cavalier. But regardless of who Cavalier play, we wish them the best. I stated that I don't think they're going to beat Inter Miami. But, you know, let's see. You know, the ball is round. But I stand by my point. You know, I think they're going to beat Inter Miami if they play Inter Miami.
But just to talk on Dunclan's point, Mr. Speid did speak yesterday on, what the show name, Late Tackle?
Yeah,
on Eddie show, right? And he basically said that now really happen. Government and first of all, they have the money to do it. And second of all, Jamaica is not a football country where they see it fit to invest in a stadium solely for football. He made mention of the fact that Jamaica is a track country So they more will look to try and improve the national stadium, both the track and the field, other than to build an entire stadium just for football. And not saying that he's right, that they should not be trying to, but he is right when he made a point that Jamaica is not a footballing country. Yeah, we love football, we love individual clubs, but do we really love football to the extent that other teams or other fans worldwide love football? Are we going to go to every single game? Is it religious for us? Every Sunday, every Saturday, we're going to go to the game of our favorite team? No, we'd only go when it's opportunistic. When if Jamaica play one big side, you go see players in the fans them show. So yeah, it's kind of hard for somebody say them are investing in that when they don't see or feel as if them will get returns on it. The only good return is if them do that, then and they upkeep, they have good stadium upkeep, then it will be better for football. Now that is a gamble if you go say the football will be better if them play upon a better pitch, because it not have to be the case. We see Jamaica play on a better pitch away from home, and them still play like crap. So that the players themselves now help investors for look into it and say, all right, when them go up and they play on better pitch, they might kill up the man, them might play good football, and they might complain about the pitch here. Let's invest, let's give them that. And once we give them that, they'll be playing good home and away. And once they might play good and they must see results, then the fans them go forward and the fans them go always want to come and watch that game. So it's a very thin line where you want to put it. But I think there are more cons than pros right now. Not saying that Mood want it. I definitely want it. But I get what Mr. Speid was saying with that respect.
One thing that I will say is I've heard it from multiple people in Jamaica's football, in the football bodies, that, if you look across the Caribbean, like other countries kind of help out the football team in terms of like stadiums and so whether like maybe them not pay for use it and them type of thing. Then I think with Jamaica, I don't think the national team should be paying to use the national stadium. It's the national stadium people. We're talking about a team that represents the country, that represents us. I don't think they should be paying, the $1 million or $2 million what them pay. Them should have used that for kind of pushing out some initiatives, whether it's in grassroots or coaching education or something. And people, let me tell you, recently over the week, kind of sidetrack, but still football related. Recently over the week, we kind of get upset, and but I talk to our Virginia mind people, and I really get mad people. You see this thing where them talk about Jamaica now have no money and them type of thing, and them people must stop by that. I see one report where say $3 trillion, right? $3 trillion is unaccounted for. Me saying the last 3 years, people must see some figure of 12 billion go missing from the office of the Prime Minister over a 6 year span or something. $156 billion is must see like unaccounted for from the Jamaica Constabulary Force, right? $156 billion people. So when we look on them figure there, I say, yo, them money are unaccounted for. The money not dip on the books that they must spend the money and them not write it down and checks and balances. Right now, I feel like the money can do better in terms of sports and money where them invest in sports people, because I feel like the money is there, it's just that the money is being mishandled. You get me? I say, so I kind of stop by the argument, say money not there in the island. The government, them have the money, but the money, it look like it have foot and it walk go somewhere. So you get me? I say, it walk go some other people bank account. People, when I see this, the figure $3 trillion, I say backside. So I think they can do much better in terms of investment in football. If $3 trillion can just get up so and walk with people and find different bank account, then me feel say football and other sports in Jamaica can get a bigger push as well in terms of money into the infrastructure of the sport. I'm say that, I say, yo, $3 trillion and Jamaican people now make up nice about that. No, people, what have to do better in terms of them type of thing, they're holding the government accountable. You get me? I say, Neil Gorson said the national stadium should not be dependent on sports to generate revenue, sell the naming rights to the stadium, and have it host not just sporting events but also concerts. I mean, they definitely host concerts. What I was going to say, I think we could do something where like Barcelona, like was Camp Nou, but them signed a partnership with Spotify, so it's Spotify Camp Nou right now. I think maybe Independence Park Limited could do something similar, not with Spotify, but some major company out there where they could sign a deal and the stadium could be renamed and they could, get money through that in terms of that partnership deal for whether it's a 3-year contract or 4-year contract or whatever the case is. So them get $10 million each year and it's a 4-year contract, so that's $40 million. So that's one way in which they could generate revenue. But seeing that they don't have that, having concerts and football matches there, that's one way in which they generate revenue for the national stadium. But when it comes down to the national team, people, I don't think they should be paying to use the national stadium. And we've heard stories before where national stadium lock off light on the national team, and man, if I use flashlight to find them way around the stadium, I get me. I say, that's so bad we treat the national team where you have to lock off light till man have to use flashlight for find them way around the stadium. I think that's kind of a disgrace, and honestly, people, right now, me not refer to no politician as honorable. None of them boy they can get my respect or girl. You see me, I say all Bobsy Grange people. Let's be honest, what has Bobsy Grange done for sports in Jamaica? Politicians act like say, big people must beg them for do one and two things. I do them must do it. Cause we the people employ them, we the people appoint them. You get me? I say I don't see what Bobsy Grange has done for sports in Jamaica. I think the development of sports in Jamaica comes from the love and people just having that skill set and that know-how to get things across the line. Big up to Glenn Mills, big up to Stephen Francis, big up to all the track clubs in Jamaica. You see me? Big up to all the football academies in Jamaica, because government not really help them people. I hear them come out every now and then and say them have a local initiative and a local grant in place. But bro, feel like them can do better than that. You get me? I say, real talk people. Bobsy Granger was 70, 80, I don't know. She must left the thing and give somebody else. You get me? I say, lift up off of that and give somebody else to take over, I think, and push sport in Jamaica the realest way. Because across every sport in Jamaica, we have talent, but the people that were responsible for kind of, not saying that she's responsible to nurture the talents or whatever in each respective field, but I feel like she can do more. She and her people, them not government, can do more in terms of helping sports in Jamaica. I'm tired of the argument of, we don't have money. $3 trillion got unaccounted for people. $156 billion in the last couple of years is not on the books for the Jamaica Constabulary Force. Where is that $156 billion? You know how much money is $3 trillion, people? Especially Jamaican? Come on, people. I'm tired of them people and them position. I know Bobsy Grange around this one. That may I tell her. Dukan, so let's say, what you say, players have to walk on the field with a flashlight just in case the light cut off.
That's a boy, something they tell them. What him name?
Remember?
How would it say? Mariappa? No, Tridine did say Mariappa tell him when they beat the Watford. And Ravel backed it up as a current player.
So that the man must do some headlamp thing, Dukan. You see me put the flashlight must run him head. I don't know, or phone flashlight or whatever the case is. But moving on, people. Getting to Craig Butler. So Craig Butler, owner of Pheonix Academy, coach of Cavalier. Well, Mr. Speid, don't kill me, Mr. Speid, don't kill me. Not coach of Cavalier, coach of Pheonix United. Mr. Speid, forgive me. Coach of Pheonix United. I'm technical director of Pheonix United as well. Mr. Butler, people, has been in the headlines once again, and this time around for what I would call the wrong reasons. Now, let's take a listen to this video clip right here from Knockins. Knockins, big up yourself too.
It's all them little boy that will come out. I'm a billionaire from a 6-year-old. Hey? And I'll stab me on my back and sell me out. Hey? This is what teamwork and love do. We don't sell out each other. Those people that I fed took you in when nobody wanted you. I gave you a home, a family. I hope you sleep well at night. Because guess what? Pheonix can never, ever die.
Yeah, people. So that was Craig Butler over Knockins after Pheonix, after Mona High School won the Walker Cup, it was, right? No, Dickon and I did a video on this, people, and I'm not too happy with Craig Butler and his comments, especially when you kind of deal with youngsters and you talk about the fact, so, you give them family and you put clothes on them back and you feed them. Like, I get that, you put them in a position in which you're bettering their lives. But to come out publicly and kind of say these things and, refer to them as little boy. Like, yes, me understand, say, their children or whatever the case is, but in Jamaica, depending on how you use little boy, it can be used in a way in which you kind of disrespect a man. And I'm of the notion, people, that if a player decides to leave Pheonix Academy, despite the fact that Craig Butler, maybe build them for a couple years or so, then so be it, As I said, Craig Butler will not get every player to go to the Aston Villas of the world or go to the Chelseas of the world. So sometimes a man, if he kind of looking at himself and say, you know what, I kind of appreciate what you do for me, but I'm going to go on a different path to kind of get to where I would like to be. It's not going to be under you, but it probably is under somebody. So what you have to say about Craig Butler and him recent, him being outspoken after that game?
Bro, man just salty, brother. You see me? It's like you have one girl who left you, where you did love, and it just hurt you, bro. The girl can leave. She's not obligated to stay. They're not married. You see me? So if a man wants to leave him football club and go on next football club, go on next academy, yeah, you help him, but you never know. It depends on how it happened, because we don't know the deeps or the in and out, right? But if, say for example, if the man if he made Craig Butler a promise and go back on him word, I still want to pick me that, brother. You see me? If it's actually a kid him I talk about, it's still a kid. So just move on. You have only other players there. Why the one you specifically hurt you like that? It just don't make no sense, bro. Why it hurt you like that? Because you bring him up. At the end of the day, the man can go be successful, and guess what? The man still give you props. Still shout you out for doing what you did for him. So I think it's just a case of Craig Butler just being hype. He might not one person who have to worry about burning bridges. So if somebody walk away from him, he might go feel bad about it and he might go burn that bridge. And he might want this of the person. That is Craig Butler. So yeah.
Pastor, what did I get wrong? If it's pertaining to Babsy Grange, tell me what.
Yo, just load the conversation, brother. Football with the pan. Load the conversation.
But a football she deal with still. She has her sportsman. So I'm just I say, is it me I say? She not done for football. That me I say. Trevor say, government can use China Harbour engineering to build a new stadium, a football stadium, and a Olympic stadium. Well, not really agree with that comment there. I think we can use a new stadium, renovate the national stadium. You have the track on it already. It's a good track. But to build a football stadium and solely track and field. Well, I think me get away say in terms of build one track and field stadium and then build a football stadium. So in terms of stadium. Well, yeah, national stadium there already. So I guess you have the national stadium, renovate it, and then build a football stadium. China Harbour engineering, Jamaica, they have a close relationship with them in terms of them build for the highway and them type of thing there. And them basically practically can build anything. And when you say Trevor, when you build a national stadium, just put some toll booth there where each time people pass, you just pay a toll fee them or stadium fee them, and that's how you pay back for the stadium. You see me I say? But once again, in terms of Craig Butler and these comments, yeah, I just find it disrespectful, people. Especially Craig Butler being an elder. I mean, these players from Pheonix Academy who went on to leave. They're still youngsters playing football for respective high schools, right? Or if it's not a high school, then they're somewhere else applying their trades. And again, listen, I'm all for helping people, but if I'm gonna help me people, I don't really want a man to come out and say, yo, remember say I did feed you and me put clothes on your back, and when you never have no father, your father drop you on my doorstep and me take you in and them type of thing. Them think they're kind of disrespectful to me, And I have a story in which I went to Kingston once and I had a trial with Pheonix Academy, and joking me that said to somebody, I think I was saying to myself that a good thing that my parents did feed me, because next thing that I hear say Craig Butler put food in my stomach and them type of thing, they put clothes on my back. You get me? I said, brother, I
don't know the same size. Can't borrow none of them shoes for them take it, tell me.
You see me?
No, someone that need to do it. Them will help you, then chatter some people do it. Ready eye people things. That are not me. Keep your things and don't worry about me. Nah, don't worry about me. Nah, you all my own. Got you. Big up yourself there, Shado.
Yeah, man, so me never want Craig Butler go around and tell you saying female put clothes on back. But Craig Butler, he's one that captivates the eye in terms of the things that he says. A good figure in terms of what he is about in terms of Jamaican football. I think we have to look at Craig Butler as a pioneer at the end of the day. So we have to still give him some level of respect in terms of the whole Leon Bailey career, the whole Dushan Richards as well. And in that video as well, people, I did state that whilst Craig Butler has a couple success stories, I did point out that for me, Whisper is not fully a success story as yet. In terms of him moving to Chelsea, I think in his book, in terms of that chapter, that is one successful chapter that has been written. But if in terms of the overall book, it's still unfinished, people. It's just a chapter so far. It's just the first chapter in terms of him moving to Chelsea. So Whisper really and truly isn't even a success story. When you look at a player where Craig Butler actually have that is a full-fledged professional player, it's only Leon Bailey, right?
No, but other Pheonix players, the Romario Williams was a Pheonix player as well. Maybe not at the highest level, but other Pheonix players are out there playing football.
Well, Travis did the him did a Malta, no, so one time.
But watch your style, yeah. You can't sign a young player like that on a professional contract, Lion, official. Nowhere in the world you go, you really can't do that. You can have pre-contractual agreements, and those are for clubs. Pheonix, I don't really want. Pheonix is a club now, but Pheonix is an academy. Even abroad, you can't sign players at a certain age on a professional contract. But there are rules within those spaces that can basically protect a team. If a team had a player from grassroots all the way up, and that player decides to go to another club, them will get fees for it, or them will get, compensation when that player does go on from a sale or something like that, right? So, for example, Arsenal will get compensation from Omar Hutchinson since he was with us from a long time and in decide to go Chelsea. You see me? So, them things that they bought abroad to protect clubs that really invested time and effort into players that decide to leave. However, right, that's not about in Jamaica. Jamaica is a hustling ground, this, bro.
Well, they're both.
That not really their boat, bro. Where Pheonix are gonna get when a player decides, say, yo, him want to go somewhere else. That's why Craig Butler so dark and angry when them do it. Because if I put myself in a team shoes, of course me I go feel angry too. Honestly, bro, be real. If you would do that, if you have yourself in a certain position and you do this for certain people, and them not decide to continue with you, even though you sure say you believe in them, you spend a whole lot of money on them and try to build them and get them to where they are right now, and them just decide to take up and left. Come on, brother. You can't just discredit Butler like that, brother. Put yourself in a man's shoes like that. Of course, the man will feel bad about that situation. And if you want to feel for chat, him chat, because just like how the person feel free for just get up and left after you do everything for him, you can feel free for chat and do it and say what you want to say as well. Fair game. You see
Brother,
me?
you have sense?
A fair game, brother. Be honest. Put yourself in the man's shoes. If you are spend money, all lot of money with other people now do, take them
Yeah, man, say. You see man like you.
Not a regular home, the man home is a brilliant piece of home. Them comfortably, when them are train, them are get food, 3 meals
Watch
a
her.
day. Brother,
You see man like you.
The man
like you.
Chat, brother.
Man like you.
Would have do it, But I'm just saying.
Man like you. We make woman beat you. And you go say just because she cook your food good.
Brother, just,
No, but I should. As some slavery
analogies there, brother.
as some slavery thing like because
analogies used
so because him feed them and them type of thing there. You say a man can't
no,
live.
listen to me. Stop saying man like you, because I literally just said to you that I would not necessarily do it. But if you put yourself in his shoes,
But you're defending him.
So do not come on this bumbleclad show and come tell me about you will make man beat you. Don't come tell me the fullness of my ears, brother. What you say? But people like you, I literally just said, me might not do it, but me can get why I do it. So why you come say people like you for something when me say we get?
Yeah, man, say.
Bad man, don't come move like you want to come.
Listen. All right, watch her.
Don't come. No, brother. Don't say them things about my brother.
All right,
You know
we spoke
me
of Chelsea, right? I know everybody in a Pheonix Academy. Are gonna make it go Chelsea now. They would like to make it to clubs like Chelsea, etc. But if I'm in an academy and I feel like say, me now go through this academy, I'm not going to make it to this place where I would like to be and me have the opportunity to leave and go somewhere else, then I'm going to leave. You get me? I say so you have to kind of take feelings out of it, especially when you come on to youngsters. You know them way there? By the way, people, I not say man a woman beater. I never say that. I just say. Right? So, again, if the youngsters want to leave, I remember people, if some of these youngsters have parents and a strong support system behind them and the mother or the father realize, you know what, I could try a different academy to see if we can fast track your development. Because let's be honest, people, Craig Butler is not God when it comes on to developing players. And more people understand something. Whilst I think that Craig Butler has something to do with the development of Leon Bailey and Kyle Butler, in terms of what Leon Bailey is today, the player that he is today, it is not down to Craig Butler. In terms of the real professional player that Leon Bailey is, that is down to the European system and Leon Bailey leaving early and going into Europe, respective European academies.
Who give him the platform and the space and spend
money?
The
platform. But in terms of the development,
brother, come on, dog. You talk like you have sense, brother. If there was no Craig Butler, would there be a Leon Bailey? If there was no Craig Butler, would there be a Leon Bailey?
No, but listen up. But listen up now. But listen up.
The situation that is in now, Craig Butler now with it. Right. Craig Butler, first of all, train him to put him into a position.
Yeah, man, say.
Yeah, man, say. Have interest in him.
Yeah, man, say.
So what you talk about?
Yeah, man, say. Yeah, man, say. Right? Leon Bailey leave.
Never training. You think a European team would have interested in him? You have to good at the end of the day, you know. It's not just links alone can get the
but hold on. Remember, Hold on.
No, if you think if Craig Butler never did teach Leon Bailey to kick off a 2 foot.
Brother, I disregard that.
Leon Bailey kick off a 2 foot anytime, anywhere now. Since him get big, him stop you, decide to use him right foot, you know. You think if Craig Butler never did instill all of them principles there in the man, he would have where he is right now? Those
brother, hold on. When you go to Europe, right? Remember, you know, Europe, Leon Bailey go, you know, around when him 12 or 13.
Kyle Butler go Europe too.
So hold on, I'm not talking about Kyle, brother. Where's Kyle now?
Them at the same journey.
Yeah, but Kyle make people get him down, brother.
No.
Kyle Butler said people get him down. Him say him listen to people too much. That the man say, brother. You get me? I say, what me I try to say now, in terms of Bailey, brother, when Leon Bailey left for Europe and he was going around to Genk and Ajax and them places and he was training with them, the real knowledge of football and development of Bailey was down to the European system. Now, Craig Butler would have showed Leon Bailey the fundamentals of football and he would have teach him some things about the game, etc., etc. But you can't tell me say when Bailey no go Europe, him game no advance to an astronomical level. So I'm saying that the player Leon Bailey is today.
I reacted to what you said, which is Craig Butler and help Leon Bailey to do him, or help him to be the professional that he is today. That is what I was responding to, and I'm saying that it's absolute rubbish because without a Craig Butler, there is no Leon Bailey of this world.
But we never discredit Craig Butler. Craig Butler obviously give him the. Craig Butler give him the
travel, and not only travel. Before them even were traveling, they were stars. They were just stars that were being overlooked because.
Well, that's the thing.
Because of him rift with the Jamaica Football Federation. See? So don't come tell me say Craig Butler never played a part into making the man with the player that he is today. Because the man instilled a whole lot of things in him that prepared him for Europe to further his development. Without those things that were initially instilled, there would be no Leon Bailey. He would have the mental mindset. He would have the capabilities, right? Knowing saying for use 2 foot. Knowing saying supposed to be disciplined. None of that would not happen, and all of those are very key. A whole lot of people have talent, but a whole lot of people do not cut it to make it out as a professional. Why? Because they don't have the discipline. They don't know how to even make it 1 year in a professional football.
No.
I could have went across and went in academies, but football was just not for me. I could not be disciplined enough to do it. I just couldn't get up every day and do the hard work. And I might look on it and regret it now more mature. But in the younger age, sometimes they don't even know where you miss out on, brother. And that is what Craig Butler instills in these people.
All right, me get that.
Man, do not know bad man.
And we get that. Okay, but let's look at it. Let's look at the 100% of Leon Bailey, right? How much percentage you give to Craig Butler?
Brother, you give the man as much percentage as the European people because without him...
No, brother, you're a madman, brother.
Without Craig, there's no Leon. So you people like you forget your roots. And that is a perfect analogy. People like you forget your roots.
You may say. If you look at the whole makeup of Leon Bailey, the whole makeup to me, the whole makeup of Bailey, yes, Craig Butler is partially responsible, but I feel that the European system and Bailey going to Europe eventually molded Leon Bailey into what he is today. Yes, me get say Craig Butler. Yes, my both said that Craig Butler make him strong mentally, etc., etc.
No, that is even more important than your physical capabilities as a player. No? And I feel you underestimate that, you know.
All right.
You have to mentally prepared for go through everything where them go through, you know.
I understand, brother.
Them go through them thing, then bad man.
I understand.
Stop, don't play the mental aspect of football, brother, because the mental aspect of football make a whole heap of people and the professionals right now. That me I try to tell you about.
I don't play it, bro.
No matter the percentage, because you don't know that percentage, me don't know that percentage. The fact is, based off your initial statement, you made it seem as if Craig Butler had 0% to do with what Leon Bailey is right now, and that me a counter attack. So don't come when me put that point, you ask me if your percentage no, because that is not what I was counter attacking. I was counter attacking the fact that you said the man have 0% interest. 0% in where Leon Bailey is right.
Let me ask you this question.
I have made my point, right? So don't ask me about the percentage.
What the art school name in Jamaica? Edna Manley. If when you are go high school and you're in an art class and you draw some
Edna Manley is not a high school, brother. Edna Manley
is a art school.
Is a tertiary.
Yeah, not Edna Manley. What the art university name? No, Edna Manley for arts, brother. Yeah, tell me, sir.
Yeah, it's not a high school. It's a university.
Yes, I never say high school. The university, Edna Manley University, right? Me say when you go high school, right? When you go high school and you're in an art class and you draw some like a stick figure and them thing there. Let's say you have a passion for art.
Class,
well, man, all right, whatever. Let's say you have a passion for art and you go Edna Manley University, right? And them teach you the fundamentals into how to actually become an artist who actually can draw and them type of thing there and make sculptures. Who would be more responsible for the development and molding you? Edna Manley or you look at art class in a high school? Who teach you the real fundamentals?
Do not ask me that, because that is not what I was making a point of.
I'm saying I'm not discrediting Butler.
No,
just let me say.
That was not what I was defending.
Okay, but listen, I'm not discrediting.
I was defending where you said Craig Butler had 0%.
No, I didn't say 0. I did not say 0. I did not say 0.
You said that he had
I
nothing.
did not say 0. I'm saying
nobody just said nothing. Didn't you say nothing?
No, I never said that. What I'm saying is,
you said
I give Craig Butler credit, right?
But no, you said that no. When we call it out before, you said nothing. No, you saying that the man now nothing to do with what Leon Bailey is doing professionally. No, I called you out on that until I said, of course, he has something to do with it. That was my point, and I've made my point clear. No, you want to ask me what is the percentage of what he did. No, that wasn't my point. So let's move on to the next topic. That was not my point. I said he had some influence. Don't ask me about the type of influence. I was not there. I cannot tell you. And that is something with you. You love talk as if you did there and you live in a man them shoes when you weren't. You do not know. So you cannot definitively say what percentage Craig Butler had to do with where Leon Bailey is right now. So let's
ask a question, right? Let me ask you this question. Whisper. Craig Butler tell us. Craig Butler.
Don't ask me about the influence.
No, I know.
Craig Butler did. Because that was not what I was defending.
All right. But I'm asking a question. Are you going to answer the question?
I'm not going to answer it.
So what's the sense?
Next topic.
No, but me not finish yet. Me have some points.
I ask you comments, but don't ask me. Come on, I'll answer.
People, what I try to say is, people, right? In terms of a Whisper moving to Chelsea, right? Craig Butler stated that Whisper was on tour with Pheonix for quite some time. I think Craig Butler even went as far as to say Whisper attended school in England at one point in time when Pheonix was on tour. Whisper was over there for a couple of years, whatever the case is, right? Now, the European system would have fast-tracked Whisper's development, and we all saw that in terms of Whisper and him playing in schoolboy football, especially his breakout season when he scored the over 30 at goal, right? Now, that would have helped Whisper into getting a move to Chelsea. So I'm saying, people, if Leon Bailey had stayed in Jamaica and never, ever go Europe, I don't think Craig Butler would have developed Leon Bailey to the point where a European club would have just looked at Leon Bailey and pick him up and take him in Europe if Whisper had just stayed in Jamaica through schoolboy football consistently and never go Europe or never go no other country for aid in his development, I don't think that a team would have just come straight away and pick up Whisper. I mean, some people might say, look at Kaim Dixon. I mean, fair enough. Kaim Dixon did have a national platform in terms of the national team. And even what helped Kaim Dixon as well was, remember, so Charlton Athletic did sign a deal with Mount Pleasant, people. So Charlton Athletic did dip on the ground now. Even though that deal was with Mount Pleasant, I think that what Charlton did was they kind of look on a wide scale of talents in the Jamaican football space. So that's a good thing. Not only for Mount Pleasant, but for the JPL. If a team from Football League One can come to Jamaica and sign a deal with the Jamaica Premier League, Mount Pleasant, I think that bodes well for the JPL and many other respective teams. So I'm just saying, people, yes, I give Craig Butler credit for the development of Leon Bailey, but I think it had to do more with the European system and the fundamentals that Bailey would have learned.
You should have said from day one. Why you can't retract your initial statement when you say man or you're gonna take the man for help is professional where he is right now in his professional career? Retract the statement there, because of that you say first, make me have to call you out. And when I call you out now, you come change up your mouth.
Well, you have to go find a video clip there and send me. But that's all I'm saying, people. I give him credit, but I'm not gonna give him full credit. But him definitely get credit in terms of Bailey and his development. But in the initial stages, people, because you can tell me, say, and remember, people who have to remember, the words of Craig Butler. Craig Butler say when him start go Europe, him start learn about the game and them type of thing there. So that when him go Europe with Bailey and Craig Butler and the next young fellow, right?
I went to Europe before them here.
Him never said that.
When you talk about Craig Butler went to Europe before them, brother. That was just in journey with Kyle and Leon.
Omar Daly, Fuller, Claude Davis, Teddy Johnson, Baby Pepe, Tapper, Walter Board, etc. I think he's saying they all went to Europe. But we're not talking about them, I talk about Bailey. And,
so why not? They are all examples.
Yeah, but Craig Butler never coached them. Craig Butler never coached them.
Directly from the national.
Yeah, but Craig Butler never coached them.
From the local system, and teams see the talent that they had from the local system. They never have to go to Europe to prove the talent. Like what you are saying.
You know what, Bibi asked, Bibi Gardner also had.
Like the exemption where you make with Kaim Dixon. They were all exemptions. So you can't look on all of them and say
guess what them did have the national team, don't.
But Liam Bailey couldn't do it. And
what did they have? What did they have? The national team, don't. What did they have in common? The national team, right or wrong?
And best believe if Leon Bailey was never affiliated with Pheonix. Zine, and he was just a regular player out there with the talent that he has. He would have ended the national team. With all that he was doing, all of those performances when doing a Concacaf level, those were all earned. Right? He should have been in the national team with those performances, but just because of his affiliation, he wasn't selected. So we are talking about if you just forget about Pheonix, Leon Bailey, the player, would have been ID'd. If all them players could have been ID'd from locally, Leon Bailey could have been ID'd from locally. And you don't have anything that can definitively prove that he would not, other than your big done said, your big head shining, with no proof. You have no proof. So Leon Bailey would not have been talent ID'd from locally without having European exposure. You don't have the proof. So let's move on.
Well, I don't make my point already still. I never that discredit nobody. But just I say, me feel like the European system have more to do with the development of Bailey. Right now, if kind of listen, make it
true. I agree with you, but that was not what you said initially. That's why I did have to call you out. So let's move on.
Yeah. But as me say, people, I think it's distasteful in terms of how Craig Butler kind of go about this thing with the youngster them, And people are youngster them, we have to kind of deal with them delicate, Enough people might say, you have to make them strong and things like that. I get that, but again, people, you don't need to come out and tell you, say, you put food down in a man's belly and you put clothes on them back, and when nobody never want them, and you take them in and them type of thing there. When they say them thing there publicly, a man where you do that for, it kind of make him feel away and people kind of look upon him differently. You know what I mean?
No, so, I just one more thing, Marsden. There is no proof, but there's evidence. and evidence is up to recently, like Presser mentioned, who he said was an exclusion from his point, in Kyle Dixon straight from local leagues, and also the other players from back then that were directly from the local leagues that went up to Europe. So that is not proof because you can't definitively say it, right? But they are examples.
But what did they have in common? The national team. That may I try to show you. Dixon had the national team.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Leon Bailey would have been in the national team anyway. You can't.
So I say without Pheonix attachment back in the days, I think he would have been in the national team.
Talent. You cannot fight out talent forever.
You know, Mr. Speid. You know, Mr. Speid says today.
Bro, there are so many players that have been where the national team fight out over the years, and at the end of the day, you can't fight it out.
But you know, Mr. Speid says today, he said
the player is going to be so great. When the fans are going to call him, everybody are going to see what he's doing. And if you don't call him at this point, then something is definitely wrong. So at the end of the day, if the player is the player that the player is, if the talent-wise, the player has that ability, you cannot oversee that player for too long. Sometimes, somewhere, somehow, you have to eventually call the man. We've seen that over the years.
all right, fair enough. I get what I say, but I disagree. You see me, I say, I said pressure point no sharp. Leroy Bell said World Cup qualifications allow all those players to go overseas. Exactly. And that may I try to say Leroy Bell may say what all those players had in common was that they had the national team that extended a platform for them.
And I don't disagree with you. And that is where my point with Leon Bailey come forward. The national team, right, which is what gave them the platform. If Leon Bailey is performing at club level, and just like I know, say Jamaica Football Federation was overlooking him, even though he did perform so well. Just like how they overlook a whole lot of players right now who are perform well. Zine, at some point, he would have been performing so well that they cannot overlook him anymore. Which means he would have been included into the national team. Which means
before I get to the national team, right?
When you try to make to you, bro, you can't overlook a player for too long because at some point you have to bring him into that setting, right? And once you bring him into that setting, then you're going to see him go forward. You're going to see all the players start come for him, just like how Kyle Dixon perform in a Copa America, right? And Charlton come in for him. Yeah, so you're going to start. See, that is my point. You can't keep on overlook talent. You have to bring them in at some point. And once you bring them in, I guess the team them are going to come in. It's that simple.
So how Craig Butler get overlooked then?
Because he's not ready. How much time you hear that come out of my mouth?
No, back when he used to play football, the real estate,
when he used to play football, he was okay, but he was not ready. Why?
Remember, you know, he gave up his contract to Bailey. He gave up his contract so Bailey could go to Leverkusen. So that means that the player was talented.
You on this platform and say you don't believe the story. You come on it. So don't come.
Me, Presser said that.
You personally come and say you don't believe, right? Say
stop telling life on me, bad man.
You said that a bullshit Craig Butler, bullshit people that tell people that. You tell me that personally, and in the video that we made covering that, you said that too. Say you don't believe, say it even possible for a man can give up him contract for your next man. If you're good
enough. You know, say today Sunday, don't.
You know, say today Sunday. If you're good enough, you're gonna make it. You don't believe, say, if a man good enough, he's gonna give up him contract for your next man get. You said that was bullshit.
Remember, say today Sunday. Do not lie on me. Do not lie on my name. Do not lie on my name.
Turn the camera and look for me now, and you tell me, say, you will never say Craig Butler was bullshitting. Tell me that right now. Turn on the camera and look for me now, me eye little youth. You so wicked and lie, brother.
I remember that.
I mean, they tell me that. Don't tell me say me I like. I remember that me I tell you little youth. I'm to you. See how man I say it in the comment section there. Brother, you don't better use that money, you know. You create videos and you post it online. I feel true your private some of your video, them people don't remember what you said. That me I try to tell you, brother. Look how much people in the comment section and say you say that. You
never remember that people.
You come here, you tell me personally off here, and you come on here, and you say you don't believe that what Craig Butler say. When we did a review, the same interview with Craig Butler do. So don't come who like.
I never remember that still. I never remember that. A long time ago that still. Probably a long time ago, that's why I don't remember still.
So going back to the point when I try to make now, because you know, go make me get off tangent. Zine, Craig Butler just was not good enough.
Can't believe somebody said that, brother.
Maybe he have a little bit in his foot, but up here so, based off of what he said, he never have it, which means he was.
I remember some said that people. And I definitely about 2 months ago or so, you know. I know if you do, I never remember some said that. Or 2 months ago or so. So it's been a while now. But Alright.
Man,
But
who call me liar, dog.
but to an extent, we could say that maybe
No,
Craig
no,
Butler.
you need to apologize because you're going to call man liar, brother. You call man liar, brother. And you see how much people out there. People, give me 10 apologies. Team apologize. When you just type apologize in the comment section and you have to apologize. There's a big fool since that team do come call man liar.
But what I try to say is, maybe to an extent, maybe to an extent, Carl was overlooked. You get me? I say so. As Mr. Speed says today, you get talent out there, no, but and everybody can see the talent. You get me? I say so. A man might be, you might see the talented player out there. We might see it, you know, but somebody else were responsible in terms of getting this player through the door at the national level might not see that player as being talented enough for the national program. And I think that happens to a lot of players where they might be performing. But, well, listen, if I'm going to perform at any respective level, and I'm going to go above and beyond in terms of breaking records, and so then, if you're not put that them on there, then more than likely you have something against them on there. You get me? I say, so in that sense, you can't really hide the talent because people are going more than likely say, yo, play the youth here. You know what I mean? If for example, Shemai Nicholson start score like 50 at the goal for Spartak Moscow, season in, season out, and him start get picked, then we have to start question and say, oh, like, oh, that possible. You know what I mean? So I kinda understand where I come from. In terms of the Craig Butler point, people, I never remember somebody did say that, you know, so my bad for that. My apologies, people. Never remember say but did say that. But Craig Butler, I forgot to take a look back at that video still. Because as I say, it's been a long time now. We're in December now. I think we do that from about, and if you remember, like August or more, even before that, and somewhere around them time they done September, I believe. So yeah, it's been a while, people. So I won't remember that, but at least he remember him. At least he remember still. I'm kind of short to remember. So yeah, but people, we kind of reach the end of the show still. We have the punk of the week and the star of the week. What we want to go through.
Before I get into that, people, may I start a new initiative where I go break the whole of the Reggae Boyz space. You see me? There's something that is missing in the space of the Reggae Boyz football. That is, we don't adequately or we don't highlight the history of Reggae Boyz enough. And I have found something where I'm not going to give nobody because of me find it. So may I get it. Where I'm going to be making a whole lot of films, right? Documenting the history of Reggae Boyz football. So like Gold Cup experiences when we go back-to-back Gold Cup final and lose. Me I go have road to the final videos when you can go back and have these nostalgic moments, right? When Reggae Boyz all throughout the years from, what I say from, I have videos from 1990 plus all the way up until nowadays. I have 50 videos of Reggae Boyz, full matches in total, and I'm going to make a whole lot of different films about the different stories and stuff like that. So one of them, I tested out with the video here on my post yesterday about Lionel Messi when he played against Reggae Boyz and the star game that he had. As you guys can see right there, you have Damian Lowe in the background, Lionel Messi as well. So yeah, that video is out. Just go ahead, show the video support, like the video, get the views up, and a whole lot more videos, even better than that, longer than that, which will be highlighting the history of the Reggae Boyz, will be on display. Road to finals, the Canada game, home and away. It will be like a film, guys. So just go ahead and give that some support. Go through, person.
And people, let me say this, right? More share a personal thing with the people, right? Needing the support. We don't need the support, but let me try to say people. You know, I said about football, I don't know people. I don't know if like I start to fall out of love with football, but there's definitely something there where it's that I feel broken people. You know, I all know some support Manchester United, right? People, and you know, I'm really passionate about my support for United. And you know, back when Mourinho did leave United, there was one specific game where he was trying to make a statement to the board that he did need a centre back, right? And I think he played either Fellaini or Scott McTominay as the centre back in that game. And I think Liverpool will be with like 4-0 or whatever. After that game, he was sacked, right? And from this, I was broken, people. The football on the morning in the last couple months was completely horrible. Like, it's a detriment. And from then, people, they kind of like, them time I cuss out to play them and thing, you see me? And from them time, my emotions, I kind of reserve myself in terms of how I bring across my emotions for Manchester United. Now, fast forward to a couple years ago, people, I pick up rock climbing and, you know, I start the rock climbing. Still, I watch the football and thing, people, and, you know, but I have a passion for the rock climbing and thing. I'm still doing it, you know, people, right? And, you know, I said, though, people, We kind of put it down, right? We kind of lay it down. And we go pick up back United again. In terms of this, I watch them now. We become, and we start show the passion again, people. We start cuss fans from other team and them type of thing there. And Eric Ten Hag fought at the club and them thing the people. But people, I tell you right now, Presser is a broken man when it comes down to United people. The last 2 games, Nottingham Forest people, I say, I watch the game and half time approach and people, oh, we don't even feel nothing. I just glad on my bed and drop asleep. The Europa League game, before you even reach half time, I switch off a game and say, I need to watch it. I'm going to see the mistake on and I say, yo, them things I make man cussing up people. When I see Ghana trying to pass the ball, people, I tell you, as a United supporter, it is not good, people. Right now, my City I go play soon. I go play City, and I feel like say, oh, before the show, I say, yo, one day if I'll go cry, brother. People are passionate about my team, but it's like the man them will break me. When they will play Nottingham Forest, that's at the game when I drop asleep, and up to now I'm supposed to still watch the second half, and I just can't take in no more people. Big man thing. Arsenal fans, they might go through them trouble right now, but at least them are winning games. You know, Chelsea fans are winning games and things. People. There's no reason as to why United should not be on top in the English Premier League right now. The biggest club in England, one of the biggest clubs in the world, top 5 people, if not top 3.
You know
right?
why? History does not win 3
All right, me get what I say. But
history does win 3 points. It's that simple.
Yeah,
you can
but
fall from now till Dan Kingdom come.
we're supposed to appoint the best in class, right?
Well, you don't have the best in class. Do you have
Yeah,
the best
yeah.
training facilities? Do you have the best stadium? No. So how you gonna attract people for being our word?
Hold on. Yeah, hold on. You that boy, you can't attract nobody. When last Arsenal attract no big player? When last Arsenal attract no big player? Watch your words, man.
No, watch
your words, bro.
No, watch ya. The big player them where you attract, where them come and do for you.
All right, that's besides the point. But we attract them.
When you get Cavani, when you get Zlatan, when you get Zlatan win a Europa, but at the end of the day, that them there are some trophies.
I'm saying we attract them.
Hold on, there are some trophies where you claim you're supposed to make higher trophies than. See? Alright, if a man wants to say only get Alexis Sanchez, when they get them players in league football, which is where you scratch your head bone now, you the 3 points them, right? Where them players they do for help Manchester United further themselves.
Alright.
You notice that signing stars and world stars is not what Manchester City did.
But listen,
Manchester
them
City style world stars, them sign somebody or sign players that are talented and coachable that can work in our team set.
But listen,
grow them. Signing stars does not win you football matches unless you
understand that. I understand that. I understand that. However, hold on. That's a different argument. But in terms of attracting them to get them to forward in the first place.
Why do you want the best? Why do you want the biggest players and you are not the biggest club anymore? Your stadium is crap. Your training facilities are poor. Players do not those things. Listen to the interviews of players.
All right, that's besides the point. But what am I trying to say, people?
Why would a manager want to come to? What
am I trying to say, people? Right? Okay, listen, people. Let me tell you this. You see the players of United signed over the years. I, for one, do not think they were bad players, people. Like the talent of the players, I don't think it's bad. Any club, vast majority of the players that were signed, any club would have wanted those players, right? It's just that United is dysfunctional, so the players not gonna get to perform. But and I like say we signed some players, I'm saying, you know what, that player they're not good. Maybe the player them just never fit the system or they never perform to the level in which they should have. Pogba was a talented player. Van der Beek when nobody was a talented player. Cavani do something for us. When we signed Jadon Sancho, he was one of the best young wingers in the world at the time. Yes, them never come at United and they don't know. But and I like say we sign bad players in terms of talent. Maybe
because
they never fit the system. But what I know,
it's not a big club anymore. You don't operate.
All right, yeah, we're not a big club anymore. Whatever the case is, fair enough.
Operate as one. That's why the players.
All right, but what I try to say, people,
that's why players don't want to come no more. That's why it's raining at the Trafford. It's raining.
All right, what am I trying to say? What am I trying to say is right.
Fans are getting drowned in rainwater, man.
Right, what am I trying to say is, people, this man when named Sir Jim Ratcliffe, I am not sold on this individual. We run down Dan Ashworth where he has the technical or sporting director. And in a 5 months' time, the man is gone. The man go on garden leave, we pay off Newcastle and all them type of thing there. And in a 5 months, the man gone. And then Ineos are going to tell me, say, them not going to replace him. Then why get him in the first place? And let me transition over to the Arsenal fans. So like Jason Guna.
This was
hold on. Like Jason Guna. Jason Gona and them people there. Let me tell you with these Arsenal fans people. You see Arsenal fans, them not have no talking at these people. Anyway, we see Arsenal fans, I disrespect, we must disrespect them. You get me? I say, because Arsenal fans, I don't mean I disrespect them like actually disrespect them, but banter disrespect. But Arsenal fans people, them go on talking about them have bigger fish to fry and it's all in our hands and them challenge City and all them type of foolishness there. And I keep asking people, Ishmael King, big up yourself, what phase is Chelsea in, people? What phase is Liverpool in under Arne Slot?
Bro,
Arsenal, people, you know, in cities, in Pep Guardiola's, hold on. Let me say this.
Arsenal was leading the table by 8 points.
Let me say this. People, help me to understand this, people. I want you guys to help me.
Hold on. Liverpool was leading the league last year and then actually.
I'm not talking about last year, I'm not talking about this year.
Before that,
I'm talking about this year.
You cannot look at where they are in their phase now. You can't do that.
People, what I want to understand is, right?
1 point something billion. Them supposed to do what them there right now.
But listen, people, help me to understand this. Pep Guardiola, in his worst start to a season with Manchester City, they have one game in hand, which will be played today.
Of the season and we talk.
One of the people, I tell me, say, City in them worst start. Hold on, City in them worst start to a season under Pep. Them the 3 points behind Arsenal with a game in hand. How that possible?
It's pointless. It's pointless. Come to me at the end of the season.
People, you know what Arsenal fans tell me? Them normally tell me say when Pep leave the league or when Man City drop off, them are gonna be first in line for win the title.
And City drop off and the league not done. So when the league done, you call out Arsenal fans. We're 6 points behind the top. At 6 points, that 2 game swing. We play a majority of the big 6 teams. We are talk about. Come on, brother. The league not done. Whole lot of football there for play. So when the league done, then you can point out that point about Arsenal fans.
Them just know Arsenal fans, the club itself just not elite. You talk about Kai Havertz.
I agree with you. I agree with you. The Arsenal is shit. I still my side. I support my side. Racing already either, but I support my racing.
No, Arsenal fans have so much talk. And then again,
can't win a league.
And then again, just to show you how Arsenal operate, people, it's not a club where like all a Liverpool, where say Liverpool miss out on the Premier League, but you know, say Liverpool more than likely I go on Champions League final, or they more than likely I go win the Champions League or Europa League or something like that, or some other cup. Arsenal don't win nothing, people. Them don't win nothing. If they don't win the Premier League, them not going the FA Cup or so. Them not going the Carabao Cup, right?
But
so,
like you want to style my side in that. My side have the most FA Cups in that.
And every time we say to people, when are you going to get rid of Mikel Arteta? Oh, he challenged Manchester City two years in a row. As if that is enough justification to keep Mikel Arteta.
If you want to talk about me, and me I run the show. When I say about Arteta, what do you? So don't come move like you want to come set now, Jenna. When you say Arsenal fans, you might think of me attack. Brother, that man give me some of this season for dip.
Oh, people, before me leave.
So don't move like you want to come tell them about Arsenal fans so them things say I saw me I think.
I have something for showing people, right? I have something for show with this specific Arsenal fan. Let me just find it for you guys, right? Because them boy them have too much chatting on my side now, they're good enough people, but at least I'm winning 2 trophies in the last couple of years. But I tell you people, the footballer break me in terms of United, you know. And if this can load, then it would be wonderful.
We're heading to the punk of the week and the star of the week. So yeah, man, the punk of the week. Brother, don't play my video on the stream, brother. Big and serious stuff.
What?
Don't play my video on my stream, brother. Yeah, do you it. Look how long that.
No. That
provides no context to the situation.
Hold on. The people that have
what context? Before I approve the video, what context does that provide?
What context at this season?
What does it provide to the conversation? Look how long
this season. You're an Arsenal fan.
That was a long time ago.
Stand by.
What is being said differently in that video?
All right, but just stick by your words, no, brother.
No, but why? What is my word before you play? What is my word,
brother?
What word do you want me to stick by,
brother? Yeah, I'm Arsenal fan. Just stick by your content, brother. That means.
Which? Yeah, but what word do you want me to stick by? What word? What word before you play my video? If you don't want to watch a video, people no go at 876 Gunners on Instagram. But what word you want to say, brother? It's a Reggae Boyz show, but play that on your channel.
You saw the man on fear. When the man have face the pressure, you know, people. When the man have
What
face the
pressure
pressure.
is it? But don't want my video play them can go on 876 Gunners and go watch the video. It's a Reggae Boyz show. Simple though. Why you need to play it? What is the reason?
People
What
just
word
want.
No, tell me if you tell me then I'll make you play it. What word me need to stick to? Me not say nothing different. What me say differently from when me I say no. Me not change up my mouth. So what's your need for playing the video? You post a video how much web on social media and you need for compare the Boyz Weekly. Simple. Conquer the week, people. You see me? Pressure nominated Arsenal and I agreed. You see me? Because it's atrocious the type of football that we are doing. But at the end of the day,
people, you know what funny? The man them beat me side, you know, and them draw to Fulham and draw to Everton. Make it make sense.
it's Spursy, bro. Spurs them a rub off pound.
Set Piece FC, Stoke City FC, Corner FC, and that man on the bench as well, people. Every minute, me see the man. Me watch the Everton game. Every minute, the man get up when the man have a set piece. Like, bro, you're not important. Like, just sit down on the bench, brother. Like, the player them already know the instruction. Like, them do them things in a training. Like, the member.
No,
Like,
they
just
don't.
chill.
They need to know which one to do at what specific time.
No, brother. Man, them know, brother.
Now your grassroots level thing can't understand them man the comprehension, brother. I'm gonna tell you that. Easy yourself, brother.
May I have an update for the people them as well. After the start of the week, start of the week goes to none other than the man himself, Mr. Rudolph Speid, after Cavalier Football Club won the Caribbean what's it called again? Caribbean Cup. Cup. People know the audio on my phone is couple years ago I did start my coaching badges. Still at the grassroots level, because I just did the first two. Right, because you have to start from grassroots and then naturally progress. Somebody start the first two. This is from like 2020, 2021. Some have the first two, and like I've always wanted to be involved in football in terms of coaching, and you know, since recently people realize that United have break me. I mean, look on the player them, not only at United but just in football in general. I mean, I say, oh, you know, so them player can't play football though. Them play the highest level now, but they don't know football people. You see me? I mean, I study the game. I mean, I look on some clips and I say, yo, the small details matter. I mean, I say, like, I feel like the football world need me people. Like, I feel like I need to educate myself, get my badges them, and coach them play. You know what I mean? So I'm going to start about my badges them. That I looked into it last night. I'm going to start them back up. Until I feel like, say, yo, some players can use some real coaching. You get me? I say, because some things I'm since recently at the highest level, I say, it's really disappointing people. Really disappointing in terms of how them play the game. So in a couple years time, people, you might see Pressa leave YouTube and start coach the national team. If them give me the job, you get me? I say, think we just need one of them big lights in there, and then Mr. Speid, if him there the JFF by then, him can ring off my phone still and hire me. You get me? I say, and I promise people, one of my goals in life or dreams growing up when I wanted to become a coach was to win the World Cup with Jamaica. Like, my dream that people, my dream say, when I win the World Cup, like, I take out the flag and wave it around the stadium and I cry. That's my dream about. You see me? I don't think Miguel Cole and them people that go do it still. You see me? They're not going to be as good as me.
Yeah, if you ever told no coach, my press here, see you at them time they are going to get gunners. That me I tell you a little bit.
Yeah, but I start up back your badges there one thing,
Yeah,
man, you know?
okay, brother. Now I coach my country. Boy.
Yeah, but that money I can't afford in stadium by the time I start coach Jamaica still.
Coach, you know I coach my country, brother. Because me a madman things I got to do.
Oh, people, big up on yourself.
Manchester Derby later. I actually want Manchester United to win. Because believe it or not, in this current climate, me hate Manchester City more than Manchester United. Money on my points bag, so I need to match them no more. So yeah, man, I will be cheering on the Red Devils for a good 3 points against Manchester City. You see me? So yeah, man, big up on yourself. Thank you guys for viewing. You have
No, that's that. I'm not talking about no girl thing. No, I'm talking about some of them. Oh, I get what I say. Because all Rashford people, if this a man have a woman, a female, if the man can't perform, right? It's so funny with football players, people, and this is why I criticize football players heavily. Before Rashford scored the 2 goals versus Everton, nobody never say him have girlfriend or so, you know. Nobody never said that. I'm sure no said them did in one relationship. Before that, as soon as him scored the 2 goals versus Everton, oh, this is his new wag. In England, them call them wag. This is his new girlfriend. And I'm like, bro. So after I said him scored 2 goals and the public or United fans need to know so Rashford have a girlfriend. Like, who cares? I'm not kidding. Someone have no girlfriend.
You need help. Your bodies can't help you, bro. They can't remember something you said 3 months ago. How will you remember what you learned doing your coaching matches? Spend your time on something else, brother.
No, that different. And I want to tell you, saying O'Neal, the 2 women have right now, the grassroots, I even remember them upon that. So I have to probably go.
I'm going to a press conference. So the man him asked him about something where the dog said 3 months ago. The man I tell the reporter say him a liar.
But let me tell you, let me tell you, you see players when I study the game, as what Dr. Dan say, them not tend to be good players, no, cause you know why Leon Bailey not good people are probably is not as good as he should be. Leon Bailey say all time out him not watch football, no. He watch it, you know. Like if I give my player say like him watch it, but he not really watch it. And
only the players to them not watch football. They
yeah, but them,
and he's absolutely tremendous.
When you look at top players, brother, when you look at players who actually
Cole Palmer not watch football.
Who?
Cole Palmer not watch football.
Yeah, you always have the exception.
No, it's not exceptions. There are a whole lot of players out there who really don't watch football.
And
you can go to any club and you can find them. So that now have nothing to do with the point where you're going to make. Only for players, them
right, whether them watch football, you have to be a student of the game. Simple as that. You see me?
Yeah, that's with your profession.
And I'm telling people, in terms of Neil Golson, as me say, when I grew up, I always want like coach United and thing. I want to become the first black manager for coach Manchester United, right? But I'm not going to spend too long in the management because I care about family and I'm not going to spend 10, 15 years in football management. I just want to go in 5 years, win Cup of Prem, win 2 Champions League, and then call it a day. You see me I say? So that is my goal. So I'm going to start work on that again. And obviously, I'm not expect for the United tomorrow morning, but start off for the MLS and thing. You know, I look up a black coach in the MLS, him coach Columbus Crew. So I kind of want to join that as well. Win some trophy in the MLS, then go overseas. But if the Saudi man them link me people and them give me life-changing money, then I'm not about to go to United, but just go over Saudi or Qatar. You see me I say I make some enough money and then build up some generational wealth. You know, so and that's why I take a football thing, people. So maybe I'm not really go United again still, because football I develop over Saudi Arabia and Qatar and them place there, you know. So maybe go over there. So yeah, man. Yeah, and I think I was asking Mr. Speid yesterday that in terms of aspirations of coaches in Jamaica, you know, when you talk about players in Jamaica, you always hear about players wanting to go to the Uniteds of the world and the Chelsea and all them type of club there. But other than Miguel Coley, I hear Miguel Coley say one coach United, but other than Miguel Coley people, to me, it seems as if coaches in Jamaica lack ambition because I know say them lack ambition, them stubborn enough to the point where they don't want to get coaching badges in the first place. A JFF and Speid have to pressure the man them to say, yo, it is important to get this, and the only way I go coach in the league is unless you have this form of certification. You get me? I say, why wouldn't you want to educate yourself in a field that you're in? You know, if you have the opportunity to do that, then do it. But some of them stubborn. Hopefully, in terms of you have what's the coach at Glenmere? Can't remember his name, but you know me at all people. I like that guy. He's a young coach, successful so far, and Mr. Peart, and I think he's going to go far. At them new age of coach them want to see in Jamaica. You get me? I say them new man them want to see in Jamaican football. I go out there and get them certification. Hopefully, him can go out further for like go Europe or them place to forget even higher certifications and them type of thing there. You know them way there. So them think them want to see have some man in Jamaican football way. I respect them and what them do for the football game, but full time now them pack it up in a suitcase, brother, and just go to sleep, brother. You see me I say? All Mr. Not Andrew Price. He used to coach Boystone, a fat brother. What him name again? What him name?
Who that?
Him fat man, the fattest coach in JPL. He used to coach Boystone.
Price.
Yeah, man. People, Andrew Price not good enough. Andrew Price is not a good coach. Everywhere I see this man go him get beat up. From a little boy I grew up, I see this man a coach him team get beat up. Yeah, man. Andrew Price they must pack it up right now. Neil goes and say, listen, me, Leon Bailey has peaked. He will not get any better unless him start taking football serious. This party during international window and summer break has to stop. Definitely. But as me say, people, Mr. Peart, I respect him, right? Because he's really doing his thing. And more see Jamaica have some influx and new coaches, young blood, like them 20s and them type of thing there. When we look on Europe, you have coaches them 20s and 30s, I get them badges and them type of thing there. You know them where they say that more see in a Jamaica, more see coaches, more turn on my TV screen and hear say, yo, a Jamaican coach a coach like all Los Angeles club, football club or whatever, or I'm on a coach Inter Miami in born and bred in Jamaica. You see me? Not only about players going to the United of the world and so, you see me? But one thing as well, people, in my lifetime, hopefully we can see a player go La Liga and them place there, you know? Imagine a Jamaican player go Real Madrid or Barcelona or Atletico Madrid or Getafe. Well, I mean, you cannot agree with it, but still, that different. Greenwood kind of different still, right? But people at them level, them want to see a Jamaican football reach where we have players. Which other league we not see a Jamaican player? So we see Jamaican player in a Germany, right? England, France, Nicholson. We not see none in Portugal. We never know if any Jamaican player in Portugal, don't? No. Portugal, Spain. I know you have reggae girls in Spain. Reggae girls play in Spain. But in terms of men, no. Switzerland, I'm not sure. Over UAE and them places, we have Jamaican players. But yeah, you know, hopefully we can see some Jamaican players in some other top leagues as well. It would be a good look, you know. Because personally, I don't really watch La Liga, but if a Jamaican player is supposed to play in La Liga, then I turn on the TV and watch them team there. Well, yeah, Adrian Reid is in Portugal and Charles. What do you kind of mean, like playing there? Yeah, you have an next youth, you know, Neil Golson, but he's not in the first league. He's not in the first division. Xander Bicknell, I believe it is. Yes, Xander Bicknell. He's in Portugal, but he's not in the first division. I think he's in like the second or third division. I mean, even if I go play him, I forgot to check up because a long time I never check up on him. So I'm definitely I forgot to check up on him. And one more thing, people. Sean Layton will be playing for Pheonix United. Recently went out on a trial to Chelsea. Came back to Jamaica. Craig Butler confirmed that Sean Layton will be playing for Pheonix United. So the Cavalry, people, it has arrived. The Cavalry, it has arrived. So the squad of them, the backup them arrived, people. So look out for Pheonix United for the remainder of the season. Trust me. Those are the words of Craig Butler. But reach the end of the show, people. Man United game is approaching. I think it's 11:30 kickoff. So tune in for that, people. Big up yourself once again. Until next time, people, stay safe. Let me give you guys the outro.
Jack up.